How about you? Anybody ever took your man?
So I know of one time specifically, but I'm sure like over the course of my like dating life, it's happened before. So the instance that I know about, she contacted me, and real talk, I was like, man, get your bitch.
Right.
Because Aaron Campbell ain't going nowhere. Baby, if he wanted you, he wouldn't be with me. Like, I mean, let's be real. I'm not gonna fight over you.
Yeah.
That's a you problem. That's not an Aaron Campbell problem.
I like that. That's a you problem.
I mean, right. Well, I'm good. Literally, I'm good. And even if he wasn't in my life, there's like 10 more just like you or better. You know, so I mean, you're saying like women out here are savages, and they playing the same games. Men are too. You know, how many times you've been to the gas station? You be like, oh, I got a man. They be like, but can you have friends?
Friends, yeah.
I don't think I've ever in my life been approached and said I got a man, and they was like, I literally. Okay, we'll say maybe I don't know. 2%
out of 9,000.
Yeah,
That don't care.
you know. So I feel like everybody's playing that same game. But at the end of the day, if you bold enough to come at me saying you got my man's attention, okay. I got the house, the car, the marriage certificate. I was like, you were making my life easier. Sweetheart. Because I can go out of town, hang out with my homegirls. I can go home and see my mama. All my bills are still being paid in my house.
Keep them busy,
I ain't
baby.
worried about thing.
Right.
You know, so do you, friend?
get it.
Have a little phone call, baby girl. That's all you got.
I'm agreeing, but I'm the girl. I'd be like, how could you? I'm agreeing right now, acting all strong, but me, baby, I'm breaking down. You hurt my feelings.
But real talk, and your feelings might be hurt, but it's like, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, and that's not the game you want to play with me.
Yeah.
Because I've told y'all before, I am tit for tat. And I
get
will
the
tell,
same energy.
And I will tell anybody I'm tit for tat. So please believe if you play those games, you might want to keep in the back of your mind, damn, when she gonna start playing them games? That's what you really need to be asking yourself.
Right. Yeah. I remember one time.
It's gonna come back. From me, not karma. From me.
From me.
Yeah,
From
just
me.
you. Just you.
Yeah.
I get that.
And I'm gonna make sure it happens.
That was
I'm
be
serious.
afraid. Be very afraid. But I remember one time, this is the only time that I know of, where a woman tried to take my man. I was close to this girl that came to my job.
You knew her?
I knew her. She worked at my job. I was the manager in college at this shoe store called Baker's. And she started working there. And I'm just a friendly person. I took her in, put her in my clothes, brought her to the club with me and my man. You know, we were in college, Union, BCU, you know, Virginia lifestyle. And I never would have thought anything. I would have never imagined, I don't know when this could have happened. I thought I had my schedules down packed. I thought I knew everything. I always thought that I was in control of everything going on in my life. And I remember me and he was at that time the love of my life, like my best friend. He was gonna be my husband, whatever. I talked about him before on the show. But I remember he and I had a falling out, and we were just having a moment where we were being honest with each other. And he had the nerve to tell me that he had sex with my coworker. I had never in my life felt pain like that. I'm like, you fucked that bitch? Like, that's what you're doing? And when did you have the time? You did it in my house?
In your house?
In my damn apartment. What? It was across the street from the mall. So, you know, the mall that I worked at. So I'm like, this girl could have known that I was doing a double shift or closing the store and walked across the street to my house, to my crib, and had sex in my house. And I couldn't believe it. But, you know, I was at my college, and literally in like the little community area, I just dropped the phone and screamed and cursed him out. Like, how could you? I cursed him out so bad, and I will never forget that day, because I'm like, for the first time, I understand how it feels for someone to like come into your life and try to take something so, you know, that was, it was so close to me. So I'm like, this woman really tried to take my man. And then on top of that, I was such a good friend to her. Never gave this girl a reason to do something like that. So what I did was go on Facebook and be like, you know what, bitch, the next time I see you, I don't give a fuck what's gonna happen. What's the situation? You better go to Man's. And if I see you at Wawa, if I see you anywhere, you better go to Man's. So I was at that point, I was willing to fight.
Oh, sorry.
Period. I was
that's
willing
and
ready. I didn't care about nothing. I was like, yeah, we definitely gonna get it popping if I ever see you again. That's it. So I should have took the humble route. So from that point on, my relationship with females, you would think that I would be smarter, but you would think that I would be smarter, but I just always give people the benefit of the doubt, and I always think this person is not gonna cross me. I'm too good of a person, I'm too real with them, but they always do in a way, because with people that I haven't really cared as much about, women have snuck around and girls that I called close friends have snuck around and tried to get that person because, oh, what he can do for you. But I mean, they didn't really get what I got because, again, I'm who I am. But, it sucks. But these females really do be trifling.
They were like yours.
Or the capital T.
Definitely trifling. Because, there was an instance where I did something that I'm not proud of. And I basically took someone's man.
So you one of those?
No, I'm not, but it wasn't even on purpose. The person, first of all, I didn't know that was the person she was talking about. Everything was so coincidental. And then the second reason that I ended up looking bad is because I was doing all this talking because I was drunk, and I was talking shit almost about her. Yeah, I was talking shit about her. I was talking shit about my so-called friend, not realizing that someone else was going back and telling her what I said, but I was so drunk that night. And anyways, that story just got real crazy. I ended up dealing with her man, and she never talked to me ever again. She found out from the other girl that was around that told her. She wrote me this long message after I checked up on her one day, and I felt so terrible about it, but that happened to me right after. So I'm just like, well, damn.
Came right
That's how that feels. Like, I thought you was my homegirl. You just came in and you ruined my life because this person was taking care of my life. So thanks a lot. So that sucks.
I have a situation that's by default, and it's just kind of coming to surface. Like about 3 weeks now, it's just coming to surface. I have a best guy friend, and we used to mess with each other. In the 20s. And, my girlfriend, she was in my wedding. She came to me one day, and she's like, I like him. And I never told her that we messed with each other. I kept it private that, But I always tell her, don't mess with him, he has a woman, just to keep her off his heels. She flirted with him. I never knew the detail. So the other day, me and him was on the phone, and he says to me, I said, when I introduced you to her, it was 2000 such and such, right? He said, no, it was 2004 or 3. I'm gonna be honest with you, I slept with her around that time. So when he said that, I said, hold on. 2003? I was sleeping with you then. Well, I don't want to. I gave you something. And I cussed him out. This was like 2 weeks ago. We got into a big heated argument because I felt like, one, I'm lying to my friend. Not by not telling her. Not lying to her. I didn't tell her anything. 2, you did that around the same time we were. So that means you slept with 2 friends and not. And all he could say is, well, I was only 20. I was in my 20s. I said, I don't give a damn. I said, you have common sense.
Are you surprised, though? I think that happens often.
Yeah, but I feel like that was so cruel. So she might find out now. And I'm sorry, babe. I didn't even know.
But do you think that women do that often? Will lie about, who they slept around with?
Sometimes you don't want your friends to know your business.
Right.
And that was something that happened private, and I didn't want to share that information with anyone.
Right.
And when I saw that she liked him, I kind of waved her off, no, nothing has happened with us.
And then it backfired.
And it backfired, so I should have just told her the truth from the beginning that we did.
Right.
Maybe not. Your business is your business.